Good evening. My video paper is on HPV, human papillomavirus. I chose this topic because I have two teenage children, and their pediatrician was very adamant about their awareness and what the community is experienced with the lack of knowledge and the lack of preventable uh, mindsets to get this shot to prevent HPV, human papillomavirus. During the 1990s was when it first surfaced how the young women were getting cervical cancer and young men were getting prostate cancer. They narrowed it down to a virus called HPV, which is caused by sexual intercourse via uh, regular vulval to penile, anal, and oral. You can get it either way. The main role of it is first preventative, which is two sets of shots. One in the beginning when you know you're sexually active, and then some other doctors are stating that you can also have preventable to where even at the age of 16 and 18 through 18 to try to do the first shot. The second shot is afterwards. I want to say, I'm sorry, not want to say, 6 months after the first shot, then you get a second round of shots, and then that's it. Preventative. There are myths and facts to HPV, which is one of the myths that I did research on is only women can get HPV. That is not true. Men can get HPV as well. All strands of HPV cause cancer. Um, Fact is, HPV can cause anal, cervical, penile, vaginal, and vulval cancer. One of the myths and facts is like, yes, you can get HPV, and yes, it can clear up on its own. There's different strands of HPV, and now in this day of, I believe it started in 2017. If you did not get the HPV shot, and you do get HPV, your body has different strands within it to fight off HPV, which is very good. Of course, you have to eat healthy, take vitamins, eat right, and it actually is there's a one strand to the point to where you could just it could just disappear. They're doing more research on how that strand and which strand it is, but I got that bit of information from my children's doctor, which is a gift and a curse. Um, of course, you can get it with sexually active gestures in all of what I said. Of course, anal, men on men, women on women. It's more of a um, sexual transmitted disease, meaning you have to have sex, of course, and it's passed along from one person to another. Some people don't know they have it until they get a breakout. Um, HPV is common virus that affects teens and adults. 80% of people with HPV are affected within their lifetime. Um, Screening is always important. The public health aspect of it is the more you know, the more you could be aware of. Just like they push out condoms and abstinence, which is of course is number one preventative of STD and HPV. Screening, I've noticed that we need to have more sexual education in schools as well as free clinics, and I have also known that they do have STD mobile trucks that can come to either events or the schools just in case some families do not have health care. I am going to have a PowerPoint to narrow down everything that I researched, and I hope that it helps our community, especially the inner cities, and even people who can't afford health care. So thank you. Have a good night.